How's it going? Bit of a quick walk around clip of the garden. I'll try and keep it short and sweet, we'll just see how we go. I'll start up the top here. Pulled out the Cape Gooseberry from over there in the top IBC, and I'm just going to hit it with a lawnmower, mulch him up and put him in that tumble composter over there with some other scraps. So it was just getting a bit too big and I want to do some other bits and pieces in that bed. Been a bit busy today, taking some cuttings, just lavender, rosemary and pepino, just see how they go. Around here, I'll get back to him. So another makeshift little shade house just over these guys. It's not permanent, this one, I'll have to rethink it. We've got 35 degrees expected tomorrow, so I just wanted to get something up to take the sting out, because these guys, the Roy de Caboy snow peas, they're not really a spring or summer crop here where we are, so they're more of a winter, autumn crop. So I'm just trying to give them a bit of protection. The Gold Rush zucchini will also appreciate it as well, so yeah, it'll probably come down in the next week or so. But yeah, they're doing alright. We've got a bit of an aphid outbreak on that end bean, so I'm going to have to bring the neem out. That Gold Rush is doing particularly well, so just cover him up. Over here we have our seedling trays. I'm pretty sure the lemongrass is taken. I'm going to offer a few of these at the community gardens on the weekend, hopefully. The Jarandale we don't need, one of the Gold Rush zucchinis we don't need, and a baby bear pumpkin. Jarandale's from Share the Seed group. A few of these are, I'll just run through them. That's from Grace from Share the Seed. The okra and the Thai basil's also from Grace. They're doing well. Blossom are doing, she's a tuber and a Share the Seed member. They're her 7 coloured capsicums. And these are our own bull's horn. These guys are ring-ins from the store. Tomatillos from Lincoln and Sean, Share the Seed. Sean's also a tuber. That's our own opal basil, our own jalapenos. Joy from Share the Seed, that's her warrigal greens. And we have some yellow 7 chilies from Sean, as well as some Bajalokia and some hot cherry chilies. So just going to give them a shot for them and see how they go. Save some seed, and there's some double yield cucumbers. So pretty happy with the way they're all germinating at the moment, especially these guys. Never tried them, but I've seen that they are an essential ingredient of Mexican cuisine, and I love a bit of Mexican, so see how they all go. Bit of good news, we have 2 pineapples flowering, so woohoo, does a little dance. We have 2 pineapple fruit this year, and hopefully we'll have 3 more next year and then some coming the years after that, so very impressed with that. These guys here I'd like to stick out the front, but the fruiting ones we're going to leave out the back for now. These beds still aren't planted out. In that one some okra and chilies. Potatoes are doing alright. That one set off some leaves and that one's just coming through. Those guys are buried a bit too deep at the back, so it'll be a while before we see those leaves. Put some marigolds at the front. The Kakai pumpkins, they're doing really well. They're a hull seed. You get the straight pepitas from those guys. John Kohler from Growing Your Greens always raves on about them. I did an aquaponics update the other day, but I just thought I'd mention this. Some nice tuber reminded me that chelated iron really helps the discoloration in the leaves. It's a bit of a deficiency you get in aquaponics system, so thank you very much. I dosed them all up, and the beetroot leaves are starting to look nice and green. So there's a bit of an aquaponics update just up there. Let's see if we can see any perch. Hello perchies. Hello fishies. And goldies are nice and happy down in there. So check that out if you're into aquaponics. Oh, one of the interesting things is that beetroot there is older than this stuff in the wicking barrel. So this stuff's doing really well. We're going to harvest a couple of these in 2 or 3 weeks, I would think. Getting a couple of nice little bases growing down there. Water chestnuts, starting to get some wrigglers in there, so I'm going to let the water level drop to the top of the sand just so we don't encourage mozzies, but the growth is really good. Really happy with the growth in there. Planted out some insurance turmeric in case the ones in the bed don't grow. So there's 3 in there we got from an organic buyers group, and that's just under the tumble compost that we made up. Carrots are doing really well. 3 lemongrass look like they've taken, and Mayer's sweet potato experiment growing in the mulch is doing alright as well. I have another clump of lemongrass I should have divided ages ago, so That's going to be a bit of an insurance policy for these guys in case they fail. Just quickly, looks like we're going to get some Tahitian limes this year if the fruit stick. It'll be the first time we've actually got fruit from the Tahitian lime. The kaffir over there has given us a fair bit of fruit, but yeah, first time for this one hopefully. These strawberries aren't doing too well up this end of the bed, but down this end they're thriving, they're doing really well, so not too sure what the story is. Might be something to do with the soil level versus the reservoir level in the bottom, so we'll just wait and see. This on Dumple, it has to come out, and I'm going to let this Panama Red Passion Fruit just go up the trellis that we've left from the snow peas. B's got some pods drying under the house. I'm going to prune him right back and try and put him somewhere else, see if we can just transplant him. These water chestnuts quickly, a bit green and murky, same thing, letting the water level drop to the top of the sand, and yeah, we'll just call it quits there, just keep it moist there. We have some nice green growth, but yeah, just don't like the idea of the mozzies. Planted some more insurance ginger in this bed here. There's 2 bits went into here. Hey Chookies. Hello Chookies. So just in case the other ginger doesn't shoot, and in fact there's only 1 bit of ginger was viable when I was digging around down there. That galangle's still doing really well. And these broccoli, we'll just see what happens with them. Down here in this bed we've got 2 carrots left. I amended the soil with some coconut coir, big bucket of worm castings and some dynamic lifter, and I'll put some CBN fertiliser in there when I pick it up tomorrow. The calendula, B came down to harvest this the other day and ended up harvesting the comfrey instead, so got a whole heap of comfrey steeping in oil up at the house. Excellent. Was given some mustard green plants for the community garden on the weekend, so they're doing really well in there. They're picked up nicely. Quick look at the fishies. Try and be quick now. Fishies are out and about. Still got the 3 of them, and the water has cleared up nicely. So whatever in there goes 2 racing around. Don't know if you can see them. Whatever was in there that was causing the algal outbreak has decided to die off. We've got new growth on some of these plants down the bottom there. You can't really see, a bit glary, but we've got new growth on the plants, and yeah, the algae's pretty much all disappeared. I see a fishy in there. Hello fishy. There's a monster mammoth feral volunteer broad ripple yellow currant growing from the pavers of all places, so he really needs a trim back. This bed here, down that side there, I'm going to put some bush beans, greens down this side, and one of the Gold Rush zucchinis down the end there. These onions are starting to die back. Mugsy Jeff's red shallots aren't really forming bulbs, but I think it's because they keep going to scape. I've been harvesting the scapes feverishly, so many that we don't know what to do. But Bianca sprung for a dehydrator, so I'm going to dehydrate as many scapes as I can and make up a sort of oniony powder to add to dishes. Garlic's doing good, best garlic we've ever grown. Oh, not much news going on in there. The kale should be finished up fairly soon because we need this beds for the chilies and the capsicums. This garlic is a different type to out there, and it's starting to die off, so we'll just harvest these guys soon and see what's down the bottom. Harvested our last of the purple collies the other day, and it was fantastic. We put him through a chopped salad. The dill's flowering nicely, get some seed. I pulled the sides up on the insect house to let the bees in to pollinate this little beauty, and they did wonders. Got heaps of seed pods forming on this purple collie. So there's the flowers that didn't get pollinated. The first ones have bloomed, so I'm really stoked with that. We'll see if we can grow some purple collie true to type next year. Our little lettuce hedge is coming along nicely. We've got some green kohlrabi down there. So not as far as advanced as the ones in the aquaponics, but still doing good. That rabbit's still making sure nothing eats those lettuce and carrot. Thanks, buddy. So I'm going to close up this greenhouse soon and hang a couple of those fruit fly traps in here that I bought, and see if we can get some tomatoes and capsicums and chilies actually fruit without grubs this year. So that would be nice. There's one of the little volunteer Cape gooseberries we got popping up, so that's one of the reasons I didn't really worry about taking the others. I do need to take these leeks out of here. These are a perpetual or a perennial leek. They just keep throwing off sucker after sucker, so they really need a bit of TLC, I think. They were put in there as a stopgap measure, and I've never planted them out, so have to get to those guys. Over here we have a Volunteer Mini Roma tomato. It's starting to ripen up. We've got a couple of nice trusses. Again, I'm going to put some fruit fly baits down here just to make sure we get some fruit. Got some Volunteer basil. That's a sweet, and that one looks like an opal, a bit of a purple tinge. And we've got our 3 spaghetti squash. Our chard that's now picked right up. I let him go after harvesting the snow peas that we had just to let him get a bit of vigour on. And we've been pretty much all just eating the greens off these 3 mangels down here. So they're getting nice big roots, but we're after the greens with these guys. We just throw them in salad, so we'll just let them grow. And thanks to Dale Calder's suggestions, the blueberries have starting to put on a second flush of flowers and growth, with the first ones coming up, the fruit starting to form nicely. So thanks for that, Dale. Over here we have another, that's one of Grace's Jarndale pumpkins, just one, because I know it's going to take over this whole area, and some seedless watermelon seeds we were given, so just see how they go. And we're nearly near the end, peoples. Another feral broad ripple doing well. The baby bear pumpkins are doing alright down here, pretty happy with them. Coriander's going to seed, so we'll get some nice flowers and seeds come from him. The passion fruit's picked up nicely after I covered it with mulch and gave it a bit of a feed. And we've also got a sweet potato that's decided to move into that barrel as well, so I'm just going to leave that and use it for slips if I need it. We'll keep watering it as well, looking after it. We have a Volunteer Cape gooseberry down the back here with Colorado potato beetle. Our one lonely turmeric that made it through the year just here, and the rest of this is galangal. I know that ginger down in there is pretty much all died. I did a compost clip, soil clip the other day, and I found some of the empty hollow skins, so I know he's pretty much all gone. But I didn't see any turmeric down there. Well, I didn't really look, so hopefully the turmeric hangs on. So I hope that was quick enough. We'll see when I go to edit it. Hope you enjoyed the clip, and any comments, questions, suggestions, drop them in the comment section below. And I'll get to another clip in another 2 weeks just to show you the different growth around the garden. So take it easy and have a great one. Catch ya.